Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's the Reds and the Wildcats. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just a little bit away from first pitch. And starting in this one, John Donaldson.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
For
and
Ottawa,
now Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Come out and missed at 101. This one is off and running. Swinging a foul straight back. Got it swinging. And there's one down.
Got it second. The first base.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Swing and a miss at a slider. Harper in his 13th season, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2010.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Willie Castro will hit next. And that one is lifted in the air. Williams settles under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here on the south side, and today's starter, Mitch Keller.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Digging in, Ryan Roberts. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
Swings through that one for strike one. And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
Back to the mound. And it's through for a hit. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't screw up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Corey Seager in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering misses down and away. Late on that fastball.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Calls it in, and there's one away. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties.
0-1.
They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the...
Lindor to second, and that's 2. New inning getting started, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
Boog Tatis is so athletic, he probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
And that one fouled off.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That pays his third of the game. And now it's Frankie Lindor. They say you win.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one for strike 2. No score here in the second. Cut on and lifted in the air. Stowers has a beat on it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Ronald Acuna Jr. is up. He's someone who grew up playing baseball with his friends. Singy, his school is next door to the only baseball field in his hometown.
Yeah, that made it easy to jump the fence and play games after class, which is exactly what they did. School started at 7, but the moment it was over, it was time for baseball. Ronald would play until his mom yelled for him to come home for dinner.
And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the second. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Keller back to work. Hit in the air, center field. De La Cruz makes the grab, 1 down. And now it's Mark Vientos.
The third baseman.
This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact, just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. Misses inside. And now 2-0.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they'd actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
Yeah, most guys struggle against the same side, whether it's left on left or right on right, and this guy's an exception. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting 6, the center
Next to hit, Ernie Williams. That one catches the zone. 0-1. To the right side, and foul ball. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one. And now Wilmer Flores, and that misses, and that's ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That's out.
Just missed. That one fouled off. 2-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back at right field, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Brian Reynolds. Swing and a miss.
Well, these guys definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
And now the center fielder, Ellie De La Cruz.
Counts 1-0.
1 out, bases empty.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead, and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
Just off the inside corner, and that's ball 2. Just missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And that one in the air center field. Williams under it, and he makes the catch. Out number 2. Here's the catcher, Jorge Posada.
Jorge Posada.
Slice down the right side. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Here on the south side, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. And the first pitch misses in the dirt.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Kyle Stowers, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. And it's 1-1.
1 strike. Ball 2.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So the batting order turns over. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Brian Roberts. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that's in the dirt. And it's 1-0. And that one fouled off. Back up the, that got him. He gets the force, and they do get the 3rd out of the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Witt Jr. is one of only 2 players in AL-NL history to have 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases in each of his first 2 seasons, Boog. The other player, Julio Rodriguez.
Donaldson winds and fires. Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Over to Alonso, double play. This is really Castro.
Got what he was looking for on an out right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
And that one wrapped foul. Castro, 23 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. And it's even up.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Bottom of the fourth, the batter will be the shortstop, Corey Seager.
Corey Seager.
The wind of the pitch. He'll do it himself. And a quick out, number 1.
Now
here's Pete Alonso.
First baseman.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Pitch is in there. 0-1. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And it stays there. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
At the belt and fires. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to
3.
Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Now
so 2 down now. And here is Mark Vientos. A single his first time. And the sweeper misses. And a swing and a miss.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Swings and misses. And the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. And the batter now, Fernando Tatis Jr. Donaldson back to work. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, this group of hitters, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Fires across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Second baseman, Francisco Lindor.
Lindor swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. Next offering popped in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. He's 0 for 1.
Acuna Jr.
In the air out to center. Williams makes his way towards it. Can't get there. Base hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Up the middle. And a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Back-to-back base hits. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
De La Cruz swings through it for strike 1. And that one misses up and in. And 1-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Hit hard on the ground is short. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here is Bernie Williams.
Williams.
Ball
Well,
one,
these
no strike.
players, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just
One ball,
doesn't
one
look like
strike.
they're seeing it very well as a group.
The 1-1.
That's ball
Just
two.
missed.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all
Ball,
game.
that's out.
Outside with a breaking ball. And a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Posada puts it away for the out. One down. And now the
Now
DH,
batting,
Wilmer
the designated hitter,
Flores.
Wilmer
Struck out swinging his first time.
Flores.
Ball
No,
one
that's
there.
down.
Bases empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, he just threw that
1
fastball
and 1.
by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th
Now
strikeout of the
batting,
ball game.
catcher Jay Burke.
And now the catcher comes up to him.
Ruiz.
Keibert Ruiz. He's 0 for 1. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. All right, we go to the
Leading off
top
for
half
Ottawa,
of inning
the
number
catcher,
6.
Jorge
And the batter now,
Posada.
Jorge Posada. Swing and a ground ball, but that rolls foul. Donaldson delivers. That
I
missed
got
by
one
a
ball,
lot.
one strike.
And that is ball 1. Way out front for strike 2.
It really looks
One
like
ball,
these hitters
2
have been
strikes.
in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
So the lineup flips over. There's the shortstop at the plate. Bobby Witt Jr. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Waste no time there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And
That's
there's
the
the
ball.
ball.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Down in the dirt, swing and a miss.
One
With 2
ball,
strikes,
2
we see
strikes.
some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Now here is Willie Castro.
batting,
0 for 2 in this one.
Castro.
And there's the strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second,
0-1.
you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Into center. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs.
Well, those
Now
kind of
batting,
lucky
the
soft
designated
hits
hitter,
will always make you
Fernando
smile.
Tatis
He kind of muscled that one out there.
Jr.
Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
0-1 is the count.
Tatis swings through it for strike 1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Ruiz gathers, goes to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. back at right field. And now it's going to be Kyle Stowers.
Kyle Stowers.
Swings through that one.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Hauls it in for the out. Now it's the second baseman,
Number
Ryan
1,
Roberts.
Second baseman.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And the 1-0.
That's ball 2.
All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. And a big swing and a miss.
2-1.
Swings and misses. And that's strike 2.
2-2
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
In the dirt. And now it's 3-2. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
I'm sure he feels really good about that
Now
one. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it.
0-1's the count.
Crazy. Seager swings through it for strike 1. Man at first, 1 away. And that's in the dirt.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that one is downstairs. And the count's even at 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. Here comes the throw. Coming home. He scores and they have the lead.
Comes through with the RBI. They got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
De La Cruz gets under it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Now batting,
Jason Dominguez, the next to hit.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
In the dirt, no advance. Good job behind the dish. Late swing, foul to the left. Seager on third with 2 out. On the ground to short. Witt tosses across to first. They limit the damage here. Here on the south side. And now here is Francisco Lindor. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Zach Agnos.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different. So we'll see what he's got here.
First pitch swinging.
0-1.
Line drive. And that's a fair ball. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
The right fielder, number 13.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. First pitch, and he just misses. Line drive, base hit, around third. He'll score and they've tied it. Goes to second, back safely as he took a turn for third there. Brian Reynolds here, 1 for 2. Trying to check his swing, appeal to third. No swing, just held it back there. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed.
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. In comes the run from second. It's 2-1. Here's the center fielder, Ellie De La Cruz.
Counts 1-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. Next offering is in for a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
And a swing and a miss.
2-2 down.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Williams fakes the catch, and there's one gone. Now at the plate, Jorge Posada. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
A 6-foot righty, 210 pounds, and he was a 10th round pick in 2022. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. And here is Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr.
And there's a foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Ball in the dirt, blocked. Reynolds off of first with 2 away. This to third, and it stays fair. Throw into third, in there safely.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
There's the splitter in the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. Getting over on the strikeout. Back here on the south side. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Lindor on to first.
Now batting,
and the leadoff hitter set down over the 7th. Williams.
Nope. Ball
up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. That was the sweeper, but it missed. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Inside, just missed.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And the tying run is on base.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Now pitching, Dan Jones.
Flores in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Inside, just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Pitch misses, and that's ball three.
3 balls, 1 strike.
One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. That one in triple digits.
Count is 3-2.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Your base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Reynolds gets under it. And that is the third out of the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the eighth. Here's the third baseman, Willie Castro. Agnos back to work. Fought off foul. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that chance handled. Tosses to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth. So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. Foul ball there. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. And
One ball,
skips into
2
the
strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. Tatis waits. Throw to first in time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Second baseman.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
That's
Ball,
inside.
that's inside.
And a count even 1-1. In the air, out towards left center. Dominguez brings it in, and that'll do it. And we're back. Stepping in, Kyle Stowers. First offering, and it just misses.
He was looking for some firewood right there. I tell you what, if you're not out in front, swing at that pitch,
that's the ball.
You'll be looking for a new bat.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And strike 2.
Man, he really sells the
2
changeup
balls,
with that arm
2
action.
strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Missed with a changeup, and the count's full. And down on strikes he goes. 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Ryan Roberts. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And just misses with that one. Caught him looking for the K. Now it's Corey Seager.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still the
Seager.
only run of the game so far.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
0-1's the count.
Down and
One ball,
in,
one
moved his
strike.
feet.
Bringing the cheese on that
One ball,
No
two
signs
strike.
of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out. All set to start
Leading
the
off
9th
for
in
the
this
Reds,
one. Here's
the right
Acuna
fielder,
now.
Ronald Acuna Jr. Now pitching.
Now on the bump, Josh
Yeah.
Hader.
And we all know
Hader.
about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's in the
1-1.
dirt.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything
That's a
with
ball.
it.
That misses. Now two
Two
balls
balls,
and a
one
strike.
Swings through that. Well, and those hitters count sometimes
count.
can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Now batting. Left
Now
fielder,
it's the switch hitting
Brian
outfielder, Brian Reynolds. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Brian Reynolds leaves the yard. And they tack one on the board. It's 3-1. De La
Ball
Cruz
back in.
stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. That's off
Nope,
the
that's
inside
inside.
corner. 2-0. Hader maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run,
Ball
Chris.
3.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come
Three
out,
ball,
feel good, but
no
then all of a
strike.
sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
And that's in for a strike. And the count's full. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you
Now
come
back.
in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same
0-1.
with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And he held back, according to Larry Bullard. Misses
Oh, that's
inside.
inside.
And that's ball 2. Cut
3.
on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back at right field, and now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1's
We'll
the
see how
count.
it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the 9th
No ball,
means.
2 strikes.
Just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. Foul ball. One down, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. And that
0-1.
just misses.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach
Nope,
that
that's off the
now
plate.
than in the
Ball 2.
past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Drilled out towards left center field. De La Cruz on the move. Calls it in, 2 away. So it's their last
Now
chance in
batting,
this one.
the third
Now a
baseman,
chance for Mark Vientos. 1 for
Vientos.
3. So
Now
they're
coming
making
into
a move for a bat off the
Terry
bench. Terry Pendleton looking for a
Pendleton.
2-out spark with the bases empty.
Now pitching. Josh Hader.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. And
That's
another ball.
2 balls, no strikes. Ball. Down.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
3-2.
On the ground, and this should do it. On to first. Ball game.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game, and for these pitchers it really came down to a few key